Hello, hello, hello. Woo, it's cold. It's rainy. It's nasty. We're smiling, having a good day, aren't we? Okay, let's let people know we're here. I'll be right back. If you come in, say hello. If you're catching the replay, let me know you're doing that. Say hello, say hello. Whoa, there's me. Let's see. All right, hello, hello. Doing the share thing. How's everyone this morning? What's going on? It is rainy and disgusting here today. Which rain? I'll take rain because they are talking about it snowing later. Can we just not, please? Oh my heck. I'm totally not loving that. But what's up with everybody else? Get started here in just a second. Oh, they need to make this so much easier so I don't have to complain about it every time. I just really, really wish. Does anybody know, is there a way to do more than one group at a time? Anybody? Anybody know? I don't think there is. I'm trying it right now. I don't think there is. Man, that's a bummer. Yeah. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Sonia. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Sandy. How are you ladies today? Hello, hello. I'm just doing the share thing. You know how we do the first like 10 minutes of every one of my things is look at that. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? Where's everybody from? Let me know the weather, what's happening, what's going on. Start a conversation. Is it rainy and grody where everybody is, or is it just here in the Midwest? It's been the weirdest spring, hasn't it? All right. Okay. Just wait a minute here for people to start popping in. We've got a few of you here. Veronica, I'm glad you're wonderful. That's amazing. Sonia, how you been? I haven't seen you. I think I've kind of seen you, but not a lot. There's Katie and Brooke. Hello, ladies. Morning, Katie. Veronica, Jelly Belly. Low 70s and it's sunny. That's perfect. It's perfect. It is warmer than it's supposed to be, I think, here, but rainy and look at all these people are in these warm California and Florida and things. I'm super jelly. Yeah, it's literally just, I don't even know if it's raining, but it's cloudy and like wet. So it has been raining. It's 35, so at least we're above freezing. But yeah, no fun. We're supposed to get snow later. I'm super not happy about that. Like I could take the rain, that's fine, but I really don't want any more snow, man. We just got rid of the snow we had. Anyway, enough complaining about spring weather because you're right, Sonia, roller coaster. Oh, is it roller coaster of weather? Because yes, that I agree with, but are you having a roller coaster of your emotions? I hope not. I hope things are going okay. Okay. So I want to talk about growing up being a sensitive, psychic kid. How many of you guys grew up psychic, sensitive person? Raise your little handies. Um, it's it's a rough gig, yo. It's difficult. Yeah. So I'm a born medium. I've seen little ghosties in my room ever since I was born, and yeah, that's tough, man. When you don't. Okay, so I grew up in the '80s, and it wasn't as the '80s were kind of a weird time, weren't they? They were like '60s and '70s. Everybody was hippies and like into the metaphysical stuff, right? And smoking dope and all that stuff. And in the '80s, everyone kind of got prudish again, right? Like everybody took a step backwards as far as metaphysical life went. It seems kind of got shoved in the closet and was weird and taboo and like I don't know. It was very '80s was very it was like party time, but it was like I don't know. It was very self-centered. Does that sound right? I know some of you are '90s babies, so you probably don't know, but I don't know. It was just a weird time. But so there wasn't as much talk or focus on kind of the metaphysical. So people were just, it was weird, it was taboo, nobody talked about it. So there wasn't like a support system for that, right, in place. Um, and so I don't blame my parents like at all for any of it. They just were uneducated about it, slash, didn't have the support system in place to help them know what to do with that kind of stuff. Um, and I think, my brother and I both, so I have since found out, since I just in the last year, that uh, actually kind of almost all of my family members on my dad and my mom's side uh, had have gifts, right? Had gifts, have gifts if they're still around, and kind of secretly used these gifts, but nobody ever talked about it with anyone else. Like I'm the first one to openly say, "Yo, I'm a psychic and I see dead people like all the time." And then my brother decided he was going to follow suit and be like, yeah, what the fuck are we hiding for? And so he came out and, has been open about his gifts as well. So we're the first to really kind of been anybody in our family to kind of come out and say, hey, we see dead people over here. And then because we did that, then a whole bunch of people from our families were contacting us and saying, oh, us too. I was like, really? Why did nobody talk about this? And we could have all been supporting each other, right? But oh, to each their own it was. So that led to a lot of fear and mostly anxiety, you guys. Anxiety was the biggest thing for me. So those of you that grew up with being psychic and empathic in that, let me know how it manifested for you. Like, did you have anxiety? Did you have depression? Did you think you were schizophrenic? I've heard that from a lot of people that they literally thought they were crazy, which is not uncommon for a lot of people. um, Especially like of my generation, we were misdiagnosed with a lot of stuff that we don't have. um, if you were living in that world. Depression, anxiety was huge for me. Anxiety, especially, like I've talked about before, especially in my teen years, which that's full of depression and anxiety anyway. But the anxiety was real, like debilitating sometimes. Especially like when I was out at night by myself, if I would be driving around, I would have full blown anxiety attacks, and I would have to like pull over, and I'd be freaking out. And this was kind of before the time of cell phones, so if you were out at night, I mean, you were kind of just out at night. You know what I'm saying? Like by yourself. with really no way to get a hold of anyone unless you pulled over and found like a payphone or something. I mean, you were kind of out there by yourself, weren't you? Before we had cell phones. I know some of you young people are probably like, "What? What? You didn't have a cell phone?" Nope, sure didn't. I was in my 20s before I had a cell phone. But anyway, so yeah, that anxiety though. Aaron said depression, anxiety were big. Yeah, me too. The anxiety especially. That was probably the biggest thing for me. Because my body would, you feel the spirit, right? You feel the spirit around, and because our bodies are made to be tuned into energy. They, back in the caveman days, we had to be hypersensitive to our environment just to stay alive, because danger could literally come around the corner and eat you. So, our bodies still are tuned into danger. So when our body senses an energy shift, we kind of perceive that as danger just because until we know differently, but we'll perceive that as danger. And it makes us anxious and afraid. So we have to learn, our job is to learn how to recognize when, hey, Danny, when we're having actual anxiety over something real, or if it's spirit energy that's making us feel anxious. Hold on, my son just came home. I'm going to text him and let him know that I'm live so he doesn't come like barging in, saying some crazy stuff. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it's our job to decide, is that spirit anxiety, or is there something real that I should be anxious about right now? Danny, we're just talking about growing up psychic and sensitive and how it manifested for us. Mine is depression and anxiety, severe anxiety. Aaron said similar. Sonia, that's awesome. I'm glad that she had parents that she could turn to that knew what she was talking about and believed her, because that's important. Like I said, not that my parents did anything wrong, they just didn't know any better. Okay. Anyway, so when I started having my own kids, I think I've talked about this before, that I really didn't kind of come out of my spiritual closet and start learning about things until my 30s, which by then my oldest son was probably close to 10 or 12. So he had already grown that far without, any help, before I realized, like, oh crap, this isn't just me, this is kind of everyone. So I started learning what I could, and then sort of taking what I wish I would have had, growing up, and putting that into practice with my parenting. So it sounds like Sonia's got a pretty good grip on her parenting with that. It would scare you. Yeah, no, for sure. That was me too, right? When we were little, it was like, what in the world? Actually, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking about this today because I wanted to talk about this too. So a lot of people are saying that they were scared as children of ghosts. I don't remember being scared until my teens is when I started getting afraid. But when I was little, I don't remember being afraid. Like, I was a little afraid when I would wake up and there'd be someone in my room, right? Because I mean, what the heck? But then my mom would be like, "Oh, you're just dreaming," or whatever, 'cause, her base of understanding. So she would just say, just go back to bed, it'll be fine. And so I would go back in, and I don't remember ever feeling like in danger or anything. I mean, it was like scary because there was somebody there that I didn't know, but I think I just, would tell them go away, and they would, but I don't remember ever having like night terrors, or, you know what I mean? That like terrorizing feeling. it would, like I said, it would make me nervous, and I would be a little afraid enough that I would get up and go find my mom. But I don't remember like specific, like necessarily being haunted by anything. You know, nobody was following me around. Nobody was coming every night or anything. And like, it doesn't stick in my mind that I remember specific things that scared me. So I feel like they just popped in and out, kind of like they do now. And so like I said, I don't remember like specifically being terrified, but just on situational basis. I know there are people that have memories from when they were small of like specific entities, you know, people that would come all the time and like be there all the time and kind of freaking them out. But yeah, no, I don't remember that so much. Jessica, I'm glad you caught it as well. And if you missed something, you can definitely watch the replay or share with anybody that needs it. So anyway, my point is that my teenagers were hell. I was totally anxious and afraid all the time. Once I finally got a hold of my gifts and like learned how to use them, you guys, all of that shit went away. I almost never get anxious anymore. And that was daily, pretty much all the time. But I almost never get anxious anymore. Once in a while I will, but it's the spirit that's near me. It's their anxiety that I'm feeling. And then once I'll feel it, I'll start to kind of tune in and be like, what the hell? Like, why am I anxious? Like, I'm just sitting here. There's nothing for me to be anxious about. Then I can usually figure out, okay, it's not mine, it's somebody else's. So once you know how to use your gifts, it's kind of a blessing. But before that, dang, it can be rough. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I created the course, the Parenting Lightworkers course. And it is, you guys, this is the coolest. I'm so excited about it. I wanted to come talk about it just because I have a few spots left and early bird pricing ends today. So if you want to save a little cash, get in on it today. The link is in the description. 100%. Join us. We're going to have a Facebook group, and there's coaching available if you need personal coaching. But yeah, I am super excited. It's like 7 modules long, you guys, and it's so detailed. There's like so much information in this thing. And if you get in on the second tier or above, you get a bunch of handouts that I created that are awesome. They're just like 1-pagers that you can print out and like have with you to use as references, which is amazing. The Facebook community, obviously that's awesome. We're going to go through it module by module and together and like do Q&As and like, you know, get in on the personal like questions and whatnot. So that's awesome. Yeah, you guys, seriously, I go over everything. There's like rainbow kids, crystal kids, indigo kids, go over all of that in detail. There are so many details about all of that stuff. And then how to parent a psychic kid, how to parent a sensitive empathic kid, because it's a little bit different for each one. That's all in there. There's handouts, like I said. Oh my gosh, so much. So definitely get in on that today. Early bird pricing ends today. So if you want, like I said, to save a little cash, get in on it. We will start the classes next. Hold on. Yeah, next Monday. I was like, is that right? It didn't seem right for some reason, but yes, next Monday we will start our live classes. So this is the last week, you guys, the last week. So go to the page, there's a free checklist you can go through, and it tells you for you to see if you think your child, if you're not sure, you can get the free checklist, and it goes through things to look for your kids, if they are or are not. All you have to do is click on that link, go to that page, and then you'll see it. There's a place to put your email address in there, and it will send that to you so that you can check that out. But for sure, share this, you guys, with anybody that you think. Like I said, don't prejudge for anyone else, because you never know what someone's going through behind closed doors, right? So yeah, if you're passionate about helping these kids not be afraid. I don't want them to be afraid, you guys. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for them to grow up scared. So we just need to be doing our part and helping educate people of our generation so that they can do different, right? When we know better, we do better. So help get the word out there. We want to get rid of any fear that these little ones have to grow up with. There's no reason for them to have it anymore. So yeah, so even if you, like I said, have a handle on your parenting, and it sounds like some of you are doing really awesome things, share it around so that people that don't know or are scared to ask, because a lot of them are, it's still taboo sometimes. So make sure the information gets out to people. I am just passionate, like I said, about clearing the fear because I don't want these little ones. I just don't feel like it's necessary for them to be scared. Okay, we can give them the information and their parents too, so that nobody has to suffer anymore. Let's stop that. Okay. All right, you guys. Let me just see what you guys have been talking about. I see a few comments that I missed. Jessica, I think I said I'm glad you caught it too. Alberta, Canada. I hope it's warmer there than it is in the States right now. It's cold. All right, let's see. Aaron, yeah. Little ones are so connected, you guys. All we have to do is help them stay that way and make them not afraid of it. You know what I mean? That's awesome that you guys, you taught them how to ground and shield themselves. I mean, we need to give them tools. That's what my course is all about. It's, thank you for my passion. I'm glad that it shows through, but I mean, there was no need for my brother and I to grow up the way we did, afraid and scared. And then to find out like half of my family was dealing with the same thing. If we would have all just talked about it, we could have figured it out. But it's okay. It is what it is. It helped me grow into the person I am now. So, yeah. So that's the other thing. My course is full of tools and tips and tricks and ways to kind of make it easy for little ones to understand. I personally have personally coached some parents and their kids and together, and it's fun to see the fear go away. You know, if they're afraid, then they're not, because now they know how to handle it. So it's, the transformation is amazing, and it inspired me, honestly. It fuels my passion just because I've seen it work. I've seen it work on dozens of kids already, and so I wanted to get it out there kind of on a bigger scale for more little ones, so we don't have to have them walking around being scared of the boogeyman, you know. Not necessary. So all right, you guys, well, that's all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, early bird pricing ends today, so for sure spread the word today so that people can get in on saving some cash. And but otherwise, enrollment is open until Sunday, and then we will start classes on Monday. So I will talk to everybody soon. I hope to see you in the class, and make it a great day. Bye.